I'm Austin Hope, President and winemaker for Hope Family Wines. And I'm here today to talk a little bit about Paso Robles. So Paso Robles, if you don't know where it's at, you should be ashamed of yourself because you really should know where it's at. So Paso Robles is in between Los Angeles and San Francisco, about right in the middle. So in a region we call the Central Coast, and it's about 20 miles from the ocean. So we're very get a lot of maritime breezes, coastal influences that make our grapes better than everybody else. The biggest thing I think people should know about Paso Robles is its diversity. Not only do we have the opportunity to grow multiple varieties within Paso Robles very well, but we have different areas within Paso Robles that will give different microclimates, if you will. So we can go within 5 miles, we can move one way or the other and have more rainfall, less rainfall, rockier soils, sandier soils. So the area is very, very unique, and not a lot of places in California actually have that much diversity within one appellation. So Liberty School Cabernet is a wine that is great drinking, great priced. It's a crowd pleaser. You know, it can be associated in a couple different ways. It can go with food or not go with food. It can be drunk with the fanciest dinners, or it can be drunk in the back of a boat in a plastic cup. This wines are just great bottles of wine. Our Cabernet is unique because we have 50 different families that farm for us within Paso Robles. So what we've done is gone and looked at all the little microclimates within Paso Robles, and we've been here my whole life, so I know the soils really well, I know the microclimates really well. And for us, we get to go and source from each one of these little areas, and the families will grow to our standards of what we want. And we harvest them and bring them into our winery. And we'll, in cooking terms, we've got so many different spices we can use, because we can grow Cabernet in Paso Robles that tastes like right bank Cabernet from Bordeaux or left bank Cabernet from Bordeaux. So it's a real unique thing. We can have things, Cabernet will be more green in characteristics or more, high-toned blackberries. So by taking all these different vineyards and putting them together, it really lends itself to having, a real diverse wine. Our Chardonnay is grown about an hour north of Paso Robles in an area called Monterey County, and we grow it in the Santa Lucia Highlands. It's an area that's much colder. So we spoke about how it was 90 to 100 degrees in Paso Robles during the summer. In this particular area, it's between 70 and 80 during the daytime, but again drops down very cool at night. So we have very long hang time on our Chardonnay. Our Chardonnay will actually start flowering in March, and we'll go all the way until November picking this particular variety. So we get a lot of hang time, so we get a tremendous amount of flavor in our Chardonnay. We don't use a lot of oak on our Chardonnay, which is unique to California, because most of the California Chardonnays use a tremendous amount of wood. We actually prefer to show fruit flavors in our Chardonnay. I know it sounds crazy, but Chardonnay does actually have varietal flavors, and usually it's masked with a lot of producers with wood. We prefer to have bright acidity in our wines, and really showcase the flavors that are there. So we do a little bit of a barrel fermentation with this particular wine, and a big portion is done in stainless tanks, so it actually sees no oak at all. We do leave it on the lees, which they call sur lie in Europe, and that's actually leaving the lees in the barrels and in the tank. We mix it up, and that's where we get our richness from in the Chardonnay. Both wines, I think, we'd like to say it's the best $12 bottle of wine in America, and I think we're very close on it. We're very proud of these wines. They're wines that can stand up to a lot of producers at much higher prices. But again, the thing you should really notice is they're very friendly wines. They're easy to enjoy. Yes, the Cabernet has tannins, but our tannins are smooth and they're supple and they have finesse. They're not too abrasive, so they don't need food, but they go great with food as well. And the other thing that we do that a lot of California producers don't do is we like to retain our wines to have bright, crisp acidity. It's kind of been pushed away over the last few years in California, where the wines are getting so big and flabby that they don't have structure or acidity. And I think that's the most important thing, especially when we start talking about wine with food, is you got to have acidity to eat. It just goes so much better when you take a bite of food and then you go and you take a sip of wine. They just meld so much better when the wine has structure to it.